position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Buckeyes have been waiting and waiting, and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Gonna run it. It's hard. And this one will be stopped for no gain. One thing you can figure out from these tests early in the season, particularly a top 5 matchup like this, is where you are and just how far you have to go.
Yeah, and which is a talking point amongst your team. It's a prove-it game. Like, let's see where we stack up so we can start building throughout the rest of the season.
You're right, David. It's fun to find out this early in the year between two top 5 teams. Just who are these guys? What do they do well? What do they not do well? How mentally and physically tough are they? Because that's going to answer a lot of questions as the season goes on.
Wants to fire on second down. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Frank. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
Here comes the offense on second down. He might want another play. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. It's Watkins. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Man, I do not want a guy that will dance. I want square shoulders to the line of scrimmage, take the snap, secure the football, play physical, and fall forward. Nice job by that running back getting the first down.
That's caught. It's Watkins. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
I'll I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
They'll try the run. He gets it across the 25 to the 24. Give him 5 on the carry. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quick release on the RPO. There he goes. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal.
Here we go, set.
Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Smith takes the handoff. And this home team defense is not rolling out the welcome mat for the visitors. They start their night stuffing the run.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Works the middle. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen.
Turning it on!
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Guys, LSU has the lead here, and we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. And the Buckeyes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Back to pass on second down. Got a little space. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. They'll give it to him again. Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. They reached a national championship game last year, couldn't quite get the job done. What challenges do you see them running into this year beyond the schedule?
And that motivated them all offseason to be runner-ups, to watch somebody else celebrate and hold the trophy, and you were so close, Jesse. New additions, new faces, but this squad is hungry.
That's the key. This coaching staff really took a deep dive into their roster, and they isolated the positions that they felt they needed to get better at, and they addressed that in high school recruiting and the portal. I'm expecting big things from them this year.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. He wants it all. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. This time he's got it. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
When you run those routes, those curl routes just like that, those DBs are going to break when you go to throw the football. So you better put that thing on a line, and the QB did there. Put it on the line. Great job. Great catch. 1st down.
Motion from the wideout. They want to throw it. Looking for the goal line. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the second. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Looking for space. It's Hart. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. And the Tigers want to move quickly.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Quarterback making checks. They go right back to him. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed 1st down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Motion from the wide receiver. The option look. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. They had some holes to fill on the roster. They've gone into the portal. They brought in a pretty decent haul. How good do you think this staff feels right now addressing those areas of need, David?
Well, I think you feel really good about bringing in quality depth, experience depth, but now the trick is to merge it with your other guys and everybody get on the same page, and moving in the same direction.
The coaching staff is so excited, too. They feel like if they can stay healthy, they can take an extra step versus where they were a year ago because of these new bodies they found through the portal.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Moves around to clear up the vision. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. That falls incomplete. They had the screen all set up, and he couldn't hang on to the ball.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
They boot it away. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Handoff from the shotgun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. He lets it fly. That one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. You've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
The offense changing the play. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Snagged in the middle, it's Hart. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
Listen, at this point, the end of the first half, you're trying to generate some points. 1st downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that 3rd. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots and attack?
Throws for the tight end. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the 1st down.
got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. Working that left side. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. LSU looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. On the ground, it's Hart. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's got it on the move. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, LSU.
They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Right down the boulevard. And with that, they've taken the lead. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this 1st half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the 1st half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
And the timing just a hair off.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. With the catch, it's carry on. Oh, he's got some space. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into the half.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of the defense, right? They needed to find some way, somehow, to get a stop, limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now, trailing. They've got to raise their level of play in the second half.
Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to go up top on first down. Gonna take a shot. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Trying to get the edge on the toss. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
The Buckeyes in a good spot here with second and short. Back to the ground with the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
And the Buckeyes come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Out of the shotgun on third down. He'll pull it down. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds a yard short at the 49.
Well, look, I know this guy is not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. He's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him out in space. Let's see what he can do.
The Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll go to the ground. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. The short hands, it's West. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
To the air on first down. He lofts one down the sideline. Makes the grab at the 10. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
And I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
Going for 6. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, LSU! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
How about the middle linebacker making a great play? Drops in his zone, eyes on the quarterback. He sees the quarterback throw the football, breaks on it perfectly, steps in front, and takes it all the way to the house.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that ACC matchup that has just gone final. NC State was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Wolfpack performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. One team will rise in the ACC standings while the other is going to sink like a stone. The harsh reality of college football when conference foes face off, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's caught. Touchdown, Ohio State. And that one will give them the lead.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like, that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Well, the linebacker's playing zone coverage, and he's just watching the QB's eyes to see where he's going to go with the football, and the eyes take him to the ball. He's able to swat it away. Great play on defense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down.
221 wing, 221 wing.
Quarterback may change this route.
Let go. On the ready.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He's going to run it. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in a box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays. LSU has had guy after guy after guy that you can name that can do that, and they might just have another one.
Looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Dupree. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Defense needs to hold its water and watch that football. It's now 2nd and 5. Here's the handoff. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's a good second down run. Commit to the running game. Run the football. Great gain. Great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield on first down. Forced out of the pocket. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. Using his legs, it's hard. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch play?
Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That brings them to within 1.
And this offense obviously wanted to take the lead, but they chip into the lead a little bit. Now they're going to need their defense. Just give me another opportunity. They only need a field goal in the 4th quarter. Nice job cutting into that lead.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. the Ohio State offense onto the field. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback extends the play. And that's a live ball. Oh, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. Makes the catch. It's Smith. And he'll have to check his feelings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground, clock is their friend. Makes a stop in the backfield, he'll lose 4.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
And the Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Here comes the heat. It's a fumble. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense very lucky to get that football back.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Takes a hit as he fires. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Got room on the return. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
So much pressure on this defense just to get a stop on this drive. They were trailing, but after that turn of events and the interception, they've now got the lead. And remember, they're going to have to come right back on the field. They've got to be able to refocus themselves. But what a play.
How about this? These guys are going for 2. Got his man quickly. He gets it into the end zone. The 2-point try is good, and now the lead is 7. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Last run didn't get much. Ball's at their own 26. Here's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Moves away as he feels pressure. Bought a little time, lets it go. Grab near the marker is Hilton. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Man, you practice this all week for a reason. The 2-minute situation is so important. I like the completion. I like the first down. Let's see if we can get one more play in real quick before the 2-minute timeout.
The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield. It's Hilton. Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there.
And obviously this offense wants to keep it up. Like, keep the pace going, get as many plays as possible, maybe eke one more out here before the 2-minute timeout.
The Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. On the move. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Using his feet. Runs through a tackle. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And he grabs it at the 15. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. A 1st down run in the red zone. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
Big point after here, looking for the tie late. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they've got it locked up in the final minute after the touchdown and extra point. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for room. It's Dupree. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7.
Let's go.
leaves it with the back. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And with that last play call on second down, I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to get in position to kick a game-winning field goal with no time left on the clock. This is a critical third down, though, and if you get this, you can keep bleeding the clock to put yourself in that position.
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. Timeout is called with just a single second left.
I get it. It's the 4th quarter. It's a tie game. I need to go out and make a play offensively. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to be on the sideline now after that interception. As a quarterback, I'm like, please, defense, please go out there and bail me out. Give me another opportunity to go take the lead and win this ball game.
And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. Timeout is called with just a single second left. With the line of scrimmage at the 37, that will leave them with a long 54-yard field goal attempt and a chance to win the game. They'll send out the kicker here. With the line of scrimmage at the 37, that will leave them with a long 54-yard field goal attempt and a chance to win the game. It's good! Reach for Arwen, and he gives them the W. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at, and I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out